Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. Today's video is going to be a what's in my hospital bag video. I'm so excited to get to film this because this is actually something I didn't get to film last time. I had to be unexpectedly induced with my son, so I never got to film this one with my first pregnancy. So having that experience, I packed my hospital bag much earlier this time. If you guys are new here, my name is Allie. I have a 16-month-old son and I am due on Valentine's Day of 2021 with a little girl. I am 36 and a half weeks pregnant today as I'm filming this. If you haven't been following along since I had my son, basically what happened was I went in for a routine 39-week appointment, and at that appointment I was diagnosed with sudden onset preeclampsia and I was sent immediately over to the hospital to be induced. It was somewhat emergent and I had to go straight there, so I was not able to go home to grab my bag, to pack anything, like nothing. I just had to go straight from my midwife to the hospital and start an induction. I was really relieved that literally the day before that appointment, I packed maybe about 50 to 60% of my hospital bag. I had just gotten the bag out and thrown a few things in there, but I truly thought that I had more time, so I wasn't super worried about it. So then after we got settled in at the hospital, my husband had to come home and pack the rest of it himself. I was on the phone with him telling him, okay, go get this, go get this, go get this. And it was a nightmare because he was obviously freaking out that we were having a baby that day and that I was in the hospital and we had this huge change of plans and it was really stressful and anxious for everybody. So he did a horrible job packing my hospital bag. No offense, honey. And honestly, you really don't need much when you're in the hospital, but it is really nice to feel like you have everything that you need and that you wanted to bring with you. So please learn from me and just pack your bag early, because you really never know what's going to happen. And even if you think that you have more time, just get it started at least. And another big piece of advice that I did differently this time because of that, I wrote out an entire hospital bag checklist of every single thing that I wanted to bring, and I packed as much of it as I could right away. I've been packing this for a couple of weeks now, but I've been checking things off as I go, and I've been keeping this checklist in my hospital bag just in case. So I highly recommend doing something like this. Here is my hospital bag right here. This is just a weekend duffel bag from Target. I have had this thing for years and years, but I have everything for me and baby girl in here. And then there are just a few things left that will have to be grabbed last second. The other thing that I wanted to add in here is that I am planning my birth at a birth center. And at that birth center, you do not stay overnight. I think you only stay about like 6 to 8 hours after the baby is born. But also, having my previous experience in the back of my head, I'm packing a little more than that just in case, because I know better than anyone that anything can happen at any time. I'm an advocate for overpacking. I know that a lot of people are very obsessed with being minimal and not bringing too much, but I definitely have a mindset of better safe than sorry. I would way rather bring too much stuff and not use it than be somewhere and say, dang it, I wish I would have brought that. I really don't see the harm in overpacking and bringing extra things with you if it's going to make you feel more comfortable. If you don't know if you should bring it or not, just throw it in your bag if you have room for it. All of the baby stuff is on the top, so I'll just go over that really quickly. I do have a really fuzzy, cozy baby blanket. This is something I really loved having in the hospital with my son. It was just a nice, fluffy, cozy blanket to wrap him in while we were doing skin to skin. This just felt so much cozier than like a swaddle blanket or a receiving blanket. So I have a fuzzy little blanket for her, and this will be nice too for when she's coming home in the car seat. I have 2 little outfit options for her, just depending on how big she is, because we just don't know. So I have this really cute little onesie outfit, and then I also have this like 2-piece pajama set that is in a little bit of a bigger size. These would both fit a newborn, but one of them is definitely smaller than the others. I might go ahead and throw just one more little zip up sleeper in here as well. I'm actually going to add that to my list. Just in case, you never know, babies spit up all over the place. And I also have 2 different swaddle options. I know that the birth center or the hospital will both have swaddle blankets available, but for first pictures and stuff like that, you know, I like to have something a little bit cuter, and I couldn't decide, so I'm just going to bring both options and we can decide there. And then I also have this little zipper pouch in here. I have 3 little bow options in here for her first photos, also just to go along with these, with whatever we decide. I also just have 2 little pairs of baby socks in here, and I'm bringing 1 little pacifier for her and a pacifier clip. So also in here I have a portable sound machine. White noise really helps babies sleep, so something really small and portable like this that you could put in their little bassinet next to your bed is great, or it's also really great for in the car coming home too if you need it. I know in the hospital having white noise helped me sleep a lot too, because everything is so kind of noisy and crazy, so I will be bringing this with us. Also for baby, I have some of these "Hello, my name is" stickers. I brought a few because I am going to write her name on these once she's here, when we are 100% positive that that is her name. So I am bringing these and a marker. Another thing that you could bring with you that we brought with the first time, but I'm not going to bring this time, is a letterboard. We did all of the like professional nice photos in the hospital with him, and we had the letterboard with his name. I did really like taking his little professional photos in the hospital with the letterboard last time, but ideally at the birth center we're not even going to be there long enough to do that, so I'm just going to wait and take all of those photos of her once we get home. But I wanted to just mention that in the video today in case you are going to be at the hospital a little bit longer. Speaking of photos, I have my camera charger in here, and then I have camera on my list because that's something that I'll just have to wait until everything is happening to pack that last minute. But I have a spare phone charger in here as well. So now everything else is just for me, all of my stuff. I am bringing my own water bottle. I love this water bottle so much. I like this so much more than the hospital ones they give you. I know that everybody like raves about the hospital cups with the straw. I did not like that thing. I like did not get the hype at all. I also just have a pair of Old Navy flip-flops in here. These are good for if you want to take a shower at the hospital or like walking around while you're laboring. I also have a couple pairs of socks just in case I want to wear socks instead. The next thing I have in here is my robe. This is like a very lightweight robe. It's hard to see because it's black, but this is literally just from Walmart, and it's like a little bit longer than half sleeves. It's like a very lightweight cotton robe, and I wore this when I was in the hospital with my son, and it was so comfortable. I was so happy when I changed out of the hospital gown and into this. I was so much more comfortable, and it's a robe, so you can still kind of open it very easily and get to wherever you need to. So I really recommend something like this instead of the hospital gown. Another random Walmart thing that I wore in the hospital last time was just this big fuzzy sweater. I loved having this so much. It was so comfortable and cozy, especially after giving birth. While I was in labor and everything, it was so hot and like so sweaty, and so this robe was like amazing because it was so lightweight. But then afterwards you're really chilly and cold, and I loved having something really comfy and cozy to like wrap up in. I also have 2 different options for a coming home outfit for me. I'm bringing a lounge set. This is a set of like really high-waisted like loose joggers with a matching long sleeve top, or I also have this black long sleeve shirt, and these are actually a pair of maternity leggings. These are the Old Navy maternity leggings. These are really tight, and these stopped fitting me probably around like 28 weeks pregnant. Like they just got too tight on my belly. So I think that these would be really good for postpartum because they will still have room in the belly, but they'll be high-waisted and really snug. I'm gonna bring both of these just in case because I just don't know how I'm going to be feeling after giving birth. It's nice to have options. Although with my first, I really liked having like snug high-waisted yoga pants afterwards. But to go along with either of those outfits, I'm also bringing a nursing tank top to wear home. I like nursing tank tops more than bras, especially for right after delivery, because I love to have my stomach covered and kind of sucked in a little bit. So this gives you extra coverage on your stomach, but still really accessible for nursing. I'm bringing one to wear home, and I also have a backup one as well. I love these nursing tank tops, and they're just from Amazon, so I'll have these linked down below if you want to check them out. I also just have this random pouch here that is filled with bras and underwear. I am bringing a nursing bra just in case too. Like I said, I'd rather have too much than not enough. So this is a Girlfriend brand nursing bra. I have another nursing bra here. It's the same style as that one, but this is the Target version. These ones are just like very comfortable and easy. There's no straps or clips or anything. And then I also have 2 bralettes in here that I'm gonna bring with me, and I plan on wearing these just during like labor and delivery and not for like afterwards. But at the birth center that I'm planning on delivering at, it is an option to do a water birth, just in case I'm like in and out of the tub or anything like that. It'll be nice to have some bralettes and a few of them, so if one gets wet, I have another one. And then I just have a whole bunch of big old undies. I just went to like TJ Maxx and bought a pack of really big comfy looking underwear, so I'm bringing a few pairs of these. These are all like just in case, and we'll see how I feel, because I actually really liked the hospital mesh underwear last time, so who knows if I'll even end up using any of this. The last thing that I have in here is my Toiletries bag, and this is very simple, so I'll just show you what is in it really quickly. I have a hairbrush. This is so important. My hair got so tangly in the hospital last time because you're in a bed for so long, so don't forget your hairbrush. I also just have toothbrush and toothpaste, a whole bunch of hair ties. You definitely want hair ties at the hospital. I'm bringing some face wipes with me just in case, just to like freshen up. Also, chapstick is so good to have at the hospital. I have some body wash and some body lotion, some dry shampoo, and then some moisturizer for my face. And then the only other thing I have in here is this Lavender Essential Oil. This is something that I used when I was having my son, and it was actually really nice. I'm not a big essential oil person at all, but I did really like having this, so I will bring this again. So that's everything that I have packed so far, so the majority of the stuff that I'm going to need. But I do have just like a few things that I'm planning on bringing last minute, or things that I suggest you bring last minute. I do have like a tiny makeup bag on here. I don't know if I'll actually bring this or not. We'll see how I feel in the moment. I could not have cared less about doing my makeup when I was in the hospital last time, but you just never know how you're gonna feel. So better to just bring it and have it and not use it than wish that you would have brought it with you. So I think I will pack just a tiny little makeup bag, maybe just a little bit of concealer, mascara, stuff for eyebrows, nothing crazy. And then 2 other things that I loved having with me in the hospital that I think that you should bring with you are your own pillow and a little fuzzy throw blanket, or some sort of comfy small blanket like that. You don't need like a big full-size blanket or anything, but having those 2 things made my whole hospital stay so much more comfortable, and I really appreciated having those a lot more than I thought I would. I am not a high maintenance person about stuff like that, and I really wasn't even expecting to want to bring those things with me, but when we found out we were going to be in the hospital for a while, I had my husband just grab them just in case, and I'm so glad that I did. That's something too, you can just bring it with and have it in the car, and then decide later if you want to send your husband back out to get it or not if you want it. But it's just really nice to have. The pillows and blankets in my hospital were not comfortable at all, and having to sleep on them would not have been great. I know last minute we'll also grab our cameras and everything like that, and then I also will bring the diaper bag for the baby too. So that is everything for my what's in my hospital bag. Please leave in the comments if you think I'm forgetting anything, or if there's anything that you think I should add to it, or any other tips or advice you have for me or other moms. I love when my comment section can be a place for other moms watching to go and read and get more advice there. So leave it all in the comments. And if you guys are not already following me on Instagram, make sure you follow me there, because baby watch is on, and all of the news of her labor and delivery and birth announcement and everything will be on my Instagram first. So if you want to follow along with that, definitely follow us on Instagram. But I think that's all I have for this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys all in our next video.